Hello, I'm Kate Stihina on InstaForex TV with the fresh Forex news. Presently, the asylum currency very rarely functions in the way as it should. The continuous disappointed Japanese data flow and machinations which the cross pairs with the yen were exposed to made the Japanese currency a very dangerous investment. It should be forgotten about the Swiss franc also. Though the Swiss National Bank is the only one its seller, it successfully supports the franc in the narrow range against the euro during long period of time. In this case, the Australian dollar should be considered as the asylum currency, though it is clear that the Australian dollar usually is not considered as the safe haven currency, but according to Commerzbank AG, taking into account the favorable fundamental data and the steady financial situation in Australia, the Australian government bonds and the Australian dollar are the best asylum assets. On Wednesday, the Australian dollar dropped to new 8-month low. However, it's less than nothing in comparison with the recent minimums achieved by the euro and the British pound against the American currency. It is well known that the minutes of the Reserve Bank of Australia, published on Tuesday, pointed to the fact that the central bank did not hurry to raise the key interest rate after its advance by 25 basis points in May. There are also some positive factors for the Australian dollar. According to Credit Suisse, that the upward revision of the RBA forecast on the GDP and inflation point to the probability of the interest rate upturn, at least for 50 basis points during next 12 months. The bank also notes that the combination of the high profitability and the favorable and continually improving credit situation in Australia will lead to the situation that the managers of foreign reserves will redirect their assets in the Australian dollar to the prejudice of the euro, which undergoes difficulties. The Royal Bank of Scotland expects the further increase of the interest rates in Australia in August and forecasts that the perspectives of the Australian dollar will remain positive because it is supported from the part of the economic expansion in Asia, especially in China. However, the bank warns that the Canadian and New Zealand dollars have more chances to benefit from the strengthening investors' inclination to risk in the short-term outlook. The BNP Paribas says that the maintaining unwillingness of investors to risk probably will exert pressure on the Australian dollar, but the funds with the real money accounts and managers of foreign reserves will seek the alternatives for the assets, which presently are distributed in the euro. This should limit any possible falling of the Australian dollar. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team and me, Kate Stihina. Goodbye.